Hello, and welcome to the Gamer's Closet. I'm your host, Douglas Weed, and today we're going to be talking about the James Bond Secret Agent 007 game. This is a point-to-point movement game manufactured by Milton Bradley in 1964. The game runs for about 45 minutes of game time, is rated for 2 to 4 players, and is rated for ages 8 and up. But let's dig into it a little further, shall we? In 1964, Milton Bradley released the James Bond Secret Agent 007 game, coinciding with the release of the third James Bond film in the series, Goldfinger. In this game, you play as one of James Bond's secret agents in groups of 3, spying in the mysterious night hours, facing dangers lurking in back alleys, ghostly cemeteries, and dank, cavernous sewers. They try to do their spying before midnight because as dawn approaches, the results are of less value. This most intriguing spy game lets you, as an agent of James Bond, have thrilling adventures, testing your wits, racing the clock, while planning secret rendezvous. There are 2 versions of this game. The first is the original print as shown here, and the second print, once the rights to Sean Connery's likeness were approved, they produced a second printing with his face on the box. They both are the same game, and both versions play exactly the same. The Sean Connery likeness is generally more sought after and is more valuable. This game does come with multiple pieces. It comes with 48 spy cards, 4 matching each numbered picture and 4 spy anywhere cards, 12 secret agents, miniature plastic men, 3 of each color for moving in yellow, red, blue, and green, and 4 wooden scoring discs, again 1 of each color for scoring. At the beginning of the game, each player gets 3 agents and 1 scoring disc of the same color. All scoring discs are played on the corner marked Start Score markers here. Players alternating place their 3 agents one at a time on any of the red spots on the board so that only 1 agent of the same color is on any one picture. However, 2 or more different colored agents may be placed on the same picture. After the agents are placed, one player, the dealer, shuffles the spy cards, deals 3 face down to each player, and places the remaining cards face down in a pile. Players keep their spy cards secret. To start the clock, the top spy card is drawn from the pile, and the clock hand is set by that number. For example, if the number 3 garage card is drawn, the hour hand is moved to 3 o'clock. This card then begins the discard pile. Please note that if a spy anywhere card is drawn, set the clock at 9 o'clock. The player to the left of the dealer plays first, followed in turn by the player to their left. Points are scored each time a player spies. That is, they move their agent onto a yellow gun spot in a picture when they hold a spy card that matches the picture. An agent never spies without having a gun handy. During each player's turn, a player must do one of 2 things. They may move an agent or, in exchange, a spy card. A player may move any one of their agents in any direction along a yellow path from one spot to another. An agent may be moved 1, 2, or 3 spots in a turn as the player chooses. Immediately after the move, the player advances the hour hand on the clock that many hours. For example, if they have moved an agent 2 spots, then they must move the clock ahead 2 hours. An agent cannot be moved on the same spot twice in one turn. An agent cannot stop on a gun spot unless the player holds a spy card matching that picture. A player may move their agent over another agent, counting the occupied space in their moves. However, they cannot stop on an occupied space except when scoring, which I will go over in a moment. After a player has advanced the clock hand, their turn ends, unless, of course, they score points, which again I'll go over in a moment. If a player doesn't wish to move one of their agents, they must draw a spy card instead, after which then they discard one card. The player then sets the hand on the clock to match the number on the discard spy card, as in the beginning of the game. Then their turn ends. Please note a Spy Anywhere card cannot be exchanged. When a player holds a card that matches a picture and has an agent on a red spot near the gun spot in that picture, they may spy in that turn. Spy Anywhere cards match any picture. They move their agent 1, 2, or 3 spots to the yellow gun spot, advances the clock hand by that many hours, and discards the matching spy card. They then move the colored disc along the scoring border of the game, the number of spaces shown by the time on the clock. For example, if the clock hand points to 8 o'clock, the player moves their scoring disc 8 spaces. The player then draws a new spy card and their turn ends. If all draw pile cards are taken before the game ends, shuffle the discard pile and start a new draw pile. Finally, there are 3 special rules I do need to go over. First, when a player holds more than one card for spying in the same picture, including a Spy Anywhere card, they must, using another turn, move off the gun spot. On a following turn, if they choose, they may move back there again to spy and score more points. The second rule covers surprising an opponent's agent. When a player with a matching spy card enters a picture spot to spy and finds an opponent's agent on the gun spot in that picture, the player removes that opponent's agent and places it on any red empty spot anywhere on the board. The player then moves their agent onto the gun spot, changes the clock hand, etc. as in the regular spy turn. The final rule covers agent rendezvous. When a player's scoring disc rests on the yellow scoring space on the border, 13 through 63, they may score double or triple the regular spy score. To do this, they must have 2 or 3 of their agents in the same picture when they spy there. For example, a player's scoring disc is on 40. They already have one of their agents on a red spot in the cemetery and holds the cemetery spy card. They then move a second agent onto the gun spot in the cemetery. After moving the clock hand, this time to 11 o'clock, they score a double, 22 points, moving their disc to 62. If they had all 3 of their agents on the same picture, they would score triple, 33 points, moving their discs to 73. Please note a double or triple rendezvous counts only when a player's scoring disc is in the yellow space at the beginning of their turn. To win the game, be the first player to score 100 or more points. Well, this has been an overview of the James Bond Secret Agent 007 game. This game is an interesting game from Milton Bradley. Like I said, it did come with 2 box covers. The cover I have here is the license of Sean Connery's likeness, which this game goes for about $20 to $30. If you get the copy that actually has Sean Connery on the cover, that version goes anywhere from $20 to $40. So there are multiple versions roaming around. They are the same exact game. It's just they have a different picture on the cover. The game plays exactly the same no matter what version you have. The game itself is very easy to pick up, very easy to learn, very easy to play. It does have elements of it that do make it a introductory game, in my opinion, because the more you get into it, the more you get comfortable with the rules. This game can get a little intricate, especially further into it, if you have a really good set of players playing it. So it can be a really cutthroat game if you let it. The game itself is easy to pick up, easy to learn, easy to play. It is kid-friendly, so if you do want younger audiences to pick it up, I would recommend them taking a look at it. It is a decent game for a family night. If you want to play it for a game night, it's a really good option. It has not a heavier James Bond feel to it, but it's more of a spy feel, so you can do a lot with this game. So if you haven't played the James Bond Secret Agent 007 game, which is a mouthful, I would honestly recommend giving this game a look. Like I said, it's easy to pick up, easy to learn, easy to play, so I would recommend taking a look at this game.
Well, that's it from us here at the Gamers Closet. We'd like to thank you for checking out our video on the James Bond Secret Agent 007 game from Milton Bradley. If there's a game in the future you'd like us to review or go over, please put it in the comments below. Please hit subscribe so that way you can be the first to check out our future content. And as always, please have a great gaming day.